But I want to ask you, Pat, in this day and age with these computers and everything, sometimes you can't even get your resume in front of human eyes. How do you combat that? Because, just getting through that first hurdle sometimes is horrible.
You are so right, Iris. And I liken it to, I don't know if any of you have kids applying to college, but it's become so easy to apply to college because you do the Comet app and then you disperse it to 3,000 colleges. And I think what it's provided is an overwhelmed admissions process at these colleges, so that you have to stand out in other ways, right? So it's exactly the same thing. If I've got 50 resumes, I have applications and resumes I have to read through, or 1,050 resumes and applications I have to read through, I'm not going to do it. Plain and simple. I'm not even going to look. And I'm going to become a broken record. David, you can start laughing at me. But here's the answer. Because you're going to need to network so that you stand out. So you're going to need someone to say, hey, Mr. or Ms. Recruiter, I found this awesome person named Iris or Anthony or Jesse. Read their resume. Now I, as the recruiter, I'm going to read that resume because it came from somebody I know, and I can skip reading those 1,050 resumes sitting in my queue.
In my experience, if you're doing your networking correctly and you're doing your outreach to the various companies you're interested in a proper way, a resume becomes more of a formality. So you've already developed the relationships. They're already interested in you. They've already talking interview. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we have to have a resume because that's part of our process. Can you submit one? And so if you're using it as the forefront of your campaign to attract interested parties, it's not the way to go about doing it. It should be used, as part of a formality after you've already gotten into the process. But that 2-hour job search is the way to get you there.
And I'll tell you, if you're feeling, as you hear us say this, if you're feeling, oh my God, this is so overwhelming, I don't even want to think about it, I think that's a very appropriate reaction. That's why I love this book. I think when you're presented with something ambiguous and unclear, it can be almost depressing, upsetting, whatever. So again, that's why I like the book, because the book puts everything in a process. Again, engineer, right? I want a process. And almost everything I do, I create a process before I do it. And this does that for you and gives you the ability when you have those panic moments or when you get a response and you need to respond, oh my gosh, what are the questions I need to ask, or how should I respond? The answers are in this book.